Hello, it's Carol Martine, and I'm back in my studio with a new project that I've been working on, and I thought I'd share it with you. I had another visit at my very favorite mall, and I found a Garden Club cookbook. I believe it was from about 2014. It was in beautiful condition and nice and thick, and I had a reason for that. So, as you can note, I covered the inside with 2 layers of gesso, and I'm a great lover of binder books because I can take things out if I want to work on them more conveniently for me. I can work on them here, I can work on them in another location. Well, I just like this rather than sometimes going through the process of sewing a journal. And since I'd planned for this one to be rather heavy and thick, less work for mother, so to speak. Since it was a Garden Club cookbook, I took 2 of my most frenzied flower napkins, ripped them apart, and collaged them down after I had put 2 coats of gesso on this cover. All of these bits of flowers, I ripped them apart and collaged them down. And after letting them dry, and because of the use of matte medium, they were rather dimensional and bent and folded and just generally very alive looking. This almost ended up looking a little bit leatherish. Then I applied some colors, some of my homemade stencils, just generally had fun finishing it up. After all of that had a day or so to dry, I applied a very, very thick coat of gloss heavy gel using this, so you can imagine how much I applied to this. And then I let this in turn dry for a few days. I'm rather tickled with the finished product because this is going to be the container for some things that I've had around the studio that I decided it's about time that I use them for something. And, well, the pile of it's about time got kind of heavy, so in here they go. I cut up a few manila envelopes. I went into my stash of watercolor papers that were experiments during my watercolor classes with Jenny Saltis. I thought, oh my, won't these do nicely as background papers? So I cut these up and fitted them and fixed them. So here's another pile of goodies. Here are some more watercolor projects that I had worked on that I've decided, why don't I use them as backgrounds or inspiration pieces for some small projects. So here they are. I had some half-dead manila folders there. I went into my calendar stash that I had purchased for $1 a piece, and if you will want to refer to these, you'll find them in one of my earlier vlogs. So I chose the ones that I thought, well, let's say were the least attractive, at least to me, and here they are. And then some rose book papers that were left over, and some of my earlier pieces of art of my own that I thought would do well here. And I generally had quite a nice pile of papers to add. These are the papers from the cookbook itself. I put two of them together with my Yoo-Hoo glue stick and applied some acrylic paint that was on its way out to the front and back of these, so that's another choice. And these were the separators in the cookbook. So each of these got a liberal coating of some gesso, and here I am ready now to go through these piles and try to make some sense out of how I want to do these. I think I'll use the divider, so I will need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 7. Let's round it off and do 8 piles using these papers. I'm going to do them as though I were handling a deck of cards, and when I get those finished, I'll pop back and show you my start of my new journal. I'll be right back. There now, I have my individual piles, and in they go. Since they are different sizes and shapes, it's going to have to be a one-at-a-time project here. Just carefully, as you try to mark and cut these, sometimes they have a life of their own. But that will be just fine. There's a piece of scrap watercolor paper that I had folded. And the first divider as you can see, the back of those calendar sheets have nice shiny, a nice heavy shiny stock, so I shall have fun trying some inks there. Envelopes with some pockets, and so on. When I get all of these in, I'll be back again. All right, mission accomplished. So, I have a nice full journal, and I see that one page got away from me and will have to be trimmed. I will fix that. But, as you can see, there will certainly be many places to play, and I will probably be playing for quite a while with all of these happy endings of things that were here just taking up space for no particular reason, but these are now waiting for me, and I hope you will enjoy visiting with me when I get back to my little bit over full journal, but it will soften up and get a little bit easier to handle as I do handle it and work in it. There are 1 or 2 pages that I see need a trim, and I will take care of that. But for the time being, I thought you would enjoy a visit on my new Happy Endings project. And if you have enjoyed seeing this in its infancy, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share with a friend, and I would so appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. We'll be back with more fun in the Garden Club book. Bye now.